We've got the Line6 Pod Go, and we're going to do something no one else has done. We are going to go through every single overdrive, dirt, and distortion pedal in this unit. We're going to do that today, right here on GearGasms. Hi everybody, welcome to GearGasms. I'm your host, Alan Barnes. Today we're going to take this here Line6 Pod Go. This idea I got from an earlier video I did where we were just sort of auditioning a couple of dirt pedals. Something no one else has ever done that I know of on YouTube is just go through this thing and let people hear all the dirt boxes. How am I going to do that, you ask? I'll tell you in just a second. But first, if you're new to the channel, I'd like to ask you to like and subscribe. This channel is kind of like the US Polo Association brand. Those thirsty wannabe posers are as thin and as cheap as my dad's dermis. Celebrate mediocrity. But yeah, how am I going to do that? That's what you're asking. How are we going to do this, Alan? The Pod Go, it's got all kinds of other stuff. How are we going to hear just the dirt pedals? We're going to go into an unused preset. We're going to shut every single bank of sounds down except for the slot where the distortion lives, and then we're going to go through them one by one and see how they sound. Now, a lot of these distortion pedals I've never owned, so I'm going to rely on you all to tell me whether you think they sound legit like the real pedal or not. So without wasting a further second, let's get right into it. All right, the science behind this is an empty preset here on the Pod Go. Everything shut off except the dirt pedal slot. Straight out of the amp output, into the Boss Katana clean channel, EQ straight up in the middle, a little bit of reverb there. The bass sound is this. Give you a clean D. Clean D single coil.
Ooh, you suck.
So we just want to run through just the dirts. And let's bring up a list of dirts for this old man, because he can't remember. I'm choosing to use the Charvel. It's got switchable single to double coil. So what you do if you want to try out a bunch of pedals that you've never tried in a music store, that's what we're doing. We want to just start, we'll start with a kinky boost. We'll bring it in.
Sexy time.
And I believe if I hit that button, it comes in. Which is exactly what you want it to do, just a little loud, just a little louder, but you know that's boring. Now this is called the Dallas Rangemaster Treble Booster. I've never used or heard of this pedal. I've heard of treble boosters, I've heard of Dallas, it's in Texas. Just switch to single coil so you can hear the difference. I don't know you, bro. I don't know you like that. So we're moving on. Do we need to go to the list or can we just do this? It's faster if we do that. The Minotaur is supposedly the Klon Centaur. Now, most of us aren't rich enough to have ever played like the real thing. All we've done is clones. That's with it on. So it just gives you like that little edge of breakup. That's kind of cool. I don't know why everybody gets so sauced up about that.
Oh,
here's a little more. Single coil. Humbucker. See why it's so important to try these things at home with your own gear. If you actually had the Klon pedal and they just threw a Strat at you, you'd get one flavor of it, but you wouldn't get a humbucker, would you? Would you? You wouldn't. Ah, the Timmy. This is another one of those wait forever overdrives, I think. The Timmy. Somebody started making like their version of the Timmy. I think it was MXR or something. He maybe sold the circuit to them. Already, I see why people like that. It's just got a little bit of stank. Let's try the next single coil. Oh, I love it. I see why people like that one now. Let's hear the hum, Bibucka. Single. Can the Timmy get us up to Hairland? Nah, Timmy not supposed to be run that way. And here's a little pro tip. You get diddling with something and you're like, man, I wish I could go back to where it was. Just do this. Back to Timmy. Comes back to its default setting. Oh, Jesus. All right, we got a winner. Timmy. Timmy. We got a winner. Timmy. Who's our next victim? Heir apparent. Oh, the Analogman Prince of Tone. I got that fake King of Tone, so I kind of sort of know what's up with this. All right, we got some options here. This is always interesting. You can, not just the knobs, but you can pick from 3 types of clipping, overdrive, let's see, boost and distortion. You can use the normal Prince of Tone or the high gain mod. Let's start with the normal and the overdrive. 0 presence, half gain, half tone. I just kind of know the KOT works better with a single coil. Before. After. Let's try the higher gain mod. Okay. I like that better. Oh, but it's so boxy. Hear that? Is that boxy? Or is your host having a stroke? At my age, it could happen. Y'all don't laugh. You ever see me having a stroke on here? Call 911. Yeah, I can see why like all the skinny neck single coil guys would like this. Well, let's try the boost. Without it. Oh, what a useful thing. That's a nice clean boost. Next. Distortion. Oh. Oh, that's not its friend. Let's be fair to it. Let's give it some juice.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I don't know. That's not for me, though, but I see the application of it. I really do. What's next? Alpaca Rouge. Now, it took me a minute, even without this little guide I've got over here. Red Llama. Way huge. Way huge. I don't know, man. Swollen Pickle? I don't have a problem with the name. I don't know. Sour Puss? Put your swollen pickle in a sour puss. I don't know. I just felt like these distortion tones were not for me. Not for people like me. Let's try it out. Actually, I don't hate that. See, I never tried one in the store. I don't know if it was like the 70s fonts or something. Way Huge just felt like something that was like for people that smelled like patchouli. Hear that neck. Now, just from the way they had this come in, I don't know if you can see there, it's at 3.4. I'm thinking this is kind of one of those, you know, girly gain pedals, you know, for the softer side of things. We just want a little bit of blur. We're gonna 10 it, dime it, double coil bridge. So funny how a single coil neck tone can save those tones that we hate. That one wasn't for me. That's why I never bought it. Probably ain't never gonna buy it for reals.
I do not care.
Well, that's because they don't make it anymore. You'd have to buy it used on Reverb or eBay.
That sounds crazy!
All right, what's next? Oh yeah, we tried this one the last time. It is so good. I love this. OCD, biatches. Oh yeah, and we're using version 2. It even has 2 versions. I didn't like 4 though, but I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna gaslight you. Obviously there's a whole different EQ thing there, but man, version 4, it's not for me, yo. Peak type, low or high? Well, we like this because there's an apparent jump in volume. All right, we've done that before. I could spend all day there as a favorite. This is called Hermida Zendrive. I think I've heard of the Zendrive. I ain't never heard of Hermida. Is that who made it? I've heard of Zendrive. Let's hear it. It sucks. Next.
Come on!
This D here is a Chandler tube driver. I ain't never heard of it. Ew. When I switched to humbucker, man, that thing got, I don't know, man. It got like mashed taters. Became shapeless and unattractive. Horizon Drive, let me scroll. I don't know what the hell this is. Maybe I got an old manual. Horizon Drive. Good news, people. We don't have to care what it is because it sucks. Now we're into the DOD 250. This was a distortion pedal for many people like myself. We were piss poor. And we did shit like... And then it made our guitars go out of tune. Holy Jesus, that thing went down. Oh man, did we hate life then or what? That sucks so hard, bro. That's the bridge pickup, and it sounds like the fartiest neck humbucker you ever heard. I cranked the gain up. Now y'all are all out there so wet that Digitech and DOD's come back. I don't know what y'all are so juiced up about.
This is your mom.
All right, next. Oh, we all know this one. A screamer. You gotta admit, that sounded just like some Hendrix, even though there was no Tubescreamer back then. Hendrix would have rocked one, no. You know he would have. Now, this one I know, speaking about being poor, the Sonic, they're calling it the Hedgehog D9, but it was really the Sonic Distortion. They're calling it Max on here, but mine was Ibanez, bro. I wasn't that poor. I'm still nostalgic for that though, because that thing is for reals. Of course, here's where I ran mine, because I was so subtle. We used to play that song back then, and I had this pedal, and this was kind of my tone for the whole freaking song. That's the way I ran it. But that's when I knew how for real these modelers are, how good, because that is ace. They nailed that mofo. The SD1 Overdrive. Never tried this one. People swear by this pedal. They say you can even like use it to goose like a Mesa or Marshall already high gain amp and focus it. Let's see what it sounds like. Ooh, on a tone, bro. That's a full bridge humbucker. Now, this drive's not up a lot. Oh. People like this pedal. I don't know why. It doesn't give me anything, folks. I don't understand that one. I am sorry. They got some variations. We can get the one that's made in Japan. Na 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 na. I like that better already. Already. Hear that? Let's go back to the other piece of shit. Ooh.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's much better, bro. All right, this is a mod. This is the same shit with Keeley modded. We know Keeley, he ain't got any pedals on here, but he's got a mod. That's something, ain't it? Ooh. What did you do to the frequency? Oh, asymmetric clipping. Well, that's definitely, Robert, you made it a different beast. Now, I can't say I like that beast. I'm sorry. This is a venerable pedal, people. If you need to learn your history about the Rat, we'll hit it quick. Here's the magic of the Rat. That's what had to come in. You bring that filter over just a little bit. You're like, wait a minute, is that like a backwards tone control? Nah, brah. There's a sort of a sweep, a frequency sweep that changes the emphasis, but it is so powerful. Of course, it's ridiculous at both ends. Such fine tuning you can do in here. That's why I always like my Rat. I don't like much of the, I like it pretty open. And real quick, lastly but not leastly, we'll do the metal zone. We gotta go flying through the metal zones because we're skipping all the fuzz. Here we go, here's the beast. Trying to make it sound as shitty as I can. It's the metal zone, peeps. Metal zone neck, single coil, for when you'd want to be subtle. Didn't sound nearly as bad as I thought it would. Oh, that metal zone, what a great one to finish with. That's a tour of pretty much the dirts, except for the fuzz. What did we learn today? We learned that there are at least a couple of handfuls of really good distortion pedals inside the Line6 Pod Go. We also learned that the Klon and the King of Tone distortion pedals are not for people who like distortion. And finally, what we didn't learn is how the fuzz pedals sound in the Line6 Pod Go, and that is simply because fuzz sucks. As always, I thank you for the time that you spend with the channel. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Tell some of your ratty-ass, moochy friends about the channel. You know they're going to fit right in here perfectly. You can buy a t-shirt or a mug or a pillow if you'd like to help support the channel. There's a link in the description to our Teespring store. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Liam and Noel Gallagher about it. Nobody wants to watch two old men go at it. And if they do, there are websites for that. Yeah. But play more guitar. Watch less of this. Keep coming back here week after week for more GearGasms.